Hi Gear Nerds. Today I had a funny idea for a video. I'm selling this guitar. It's a really lovely, beautifully made guitar. I'll put some close-up shots on there. It's a G.A.S Savoy A-150. It was part of their Newark Street series, so it is made in Korea, but it's beautifully made. And a couple of things about it. One, it's got a solid maple top, solid carved maple top. Which is quite unusual for a sort of lower end jazz guitar. And it's also got a 24 3/4 scale, which is a little bit harder to find in one of these. I think it's a 42.3 nut width, open gear tuners. I'll probably put a close up of the tuners. Very nice tuners, they work really nicely. And I decided to sell this because I just don't use it anymore, and it struck me that I think we as guitar players often buy things that we end up not using at all. Now I know we all talk about G.A.S, gear acquisition syndrome, on the forums all the time, and I think in some ways it's okay, because if you use the stuff and you get some enjoyment out of it, great. But I seem to have this thing, which I think is probably shared by some of you, as becoming obsessed with buying something, researching it, buy it, get it home, play it for an hour, and then put it in the cupboard. This thing has been played probably I'm guessing about 5 years that I've owned it. This thing has been played for no more than an hour. And it's absolutely criminal. So I'm not quite sure why I buy these things, but let me just show you how the guitar sounds. So first of all, it's very different to a normal acoustic guitar. It's got a very mid-focused sound. Very mid-focused, and nothing like a normal acoustic. A normal acoustic would be sort of ringing with lots of harmonic overtones. This sounds much more direct, and to be honest, I would say slightly harsh. I think you probably, if you're watching this, you know that these kind of guitars were designed to be played in a band setting and to project as much volume as possible, hence the large size. By the way, this one is 17 inches across the lower bout, so that's about as big as they come. It's a big archtop guitar. So just talking about the purchase, why the hell did I buy this thing? Well, for me, it's an absolutely beautiful thing. I don't know why, but these F-holes just seem really in proportion. The tailpiece here is really rather attractive. It has got one pickup, which is gold foil. I'm not going to demo that today, but I have played it through an amp, and the gold foil sounds absolutely amazing. It's really a great sound. So why do we buy these? Well, I think that it's got something to do with what Marie Kondo calls that joy when you touch something. We have these pieces of equipment and we put them in the cupboard, but every time we open the cupboard, every time we look at them, I think we get a little warm, fuzzy feeling inside, and the enjoyment, the pleasure of ownership. I very much have had the pleasure of ownership. But you know, I've got so many guitars now that it doesn't really make sense and to keep these things. And actually, as we often say, it's much better that it will be enjoyed. The person who's buying it is somebody who goes gigging, who intends to go gigging with it. So anyway, I thought you might like to see the guitar before it goes, and certainly I want to keep a record of such a lovely thing. And by the way, it's absolutely great to play. If you wanted to buy one of these and you were looking for a jazz guitar that you're going to play, I think it'd be a pretty good option. It meets the body at the 14th fret, binding on the neck. I'm not quite sure what to say, but it plays really, really nicely. And I suppose I would describe the frets as medium jumbo, but probably a bit less jumbo. So let's just say medium, but the fretwork is absolutely lovely. And I've got some high-end guitars, and the fretwork is done absolutely beautifully. Okay, well there you have it. the Guild A-150, I'm trying to remember the name, A-150 Savoy. It's leaving my collection today, and I thought I would record the fact that it is leaving my collection. Let's do some playing. And what about... I put new strings on, so I think it's gone out of tune. Okay, thanks guys. See you next time.